We're back. It's been a very long time. There has been a lot going on here, but we're still here and we're still doing it. So I have had in my mind to have episode 50 be something like this. 50 episodes already. Can you believe we've done? You're like, yeah, you film everything.
You do, but it's okay.
That's sweet that you said. Right. So, yeah, but this is 50, and it was, I hoped for it to be a couple of months ago. I don't think we've done one in a couple of months. Anyway, episode 50, here we go. We are going to do the top 10 things that we've learned being here on our homestead, and we're going to split it up between each other and do 5 apiece. So it's still 10, but it's 5 apiece. I don't know. This should be interesting. This may be the last video that we make.
Let's go on.
Okay, here we go. Yep. She wants to go take a nap. So, okay. Who wants to go first? Because whoever goes first means that the other person will go last.
I thought you were going to do number 5, and I was going to do my number 5.
We are, but that's what I'm saying is that
You go
if
first.
I go first, then that means you go last then. Do you want to go last?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go first?
No, go.
Okay. I have an honorable mention. I'm kind of cheating. It may be on your list, but it hadn't made my list, and it should have. But honorable mention, I hate plumbing. That's one thing I've learned. I hate plumbing. I used to think I hated concrete, and I still kind of hate concrete. I hate plumbing. Absolutely hate it. 100% hate it. Hate it. There'll probably be a video about why. I mean, if you haven't already seen the videos about all of the problems that we had up the hill with plumbing, I can't wait until we get on rainwater catchment. And plumbing's the one utility that we actually hooked up because it was just like, it's going to be easier just to have water, a piece of it. Yeah, it has been a giant pain in the neck. Number 5 for me. I learned that rabbit is delicious. That may be controversial. If it is, it's because you've never had rabbit. That's all I can say. It's unbelievable. And also learned that they don't... there's a phrase about what rabbits do. Yeah, they don't always do that, apparently. So we're still struggling to get another batch of rabbits going. But yeah, rabbit, big thumbs up. Big fan of rabbit. Okay, your turn.
My number 5 was have backups for your backups. Like water. We have water. But when you don't have water and you need water because, you know, everything on the homestead needs water, rabbits, chickens, gardens, people, everything, have a backup. So we have a creek. And
which works for the animals. We haven't drank out of the creek yet.
No, but so we have creek water and city water if needed. But backups, that goes for cooking and heating and lighting
showers.
And showers, which is part of his plumbing issue today. But yeah, backups for your backups. At least have 2 ways of doing everything because a lot of times the first way doesn't work.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
That's a good one.
That's not hard.
I love the fact that we both have cell phones and we could have made these lists on here, but we wrote them out on paper like old people.
It's homesteading newspaper.
I dig it. I
Number
like it.
4.
Okay, number 4. I learned that you can live without power until you can't. So, we don't have power here. We've got solar power. We have a 500 watt box that we bought. I honestly had no idea how much power 500 watts was. It's not much. If you're looking at doing solar, if you've done solar, you're looking going, yeah, dummy, that's not much. I didn't know. What the heck? 500 watts is not a lot of solar. Part of the reason that we haven't been putting videos out or doing anything, we're in Virginia. And winter here is just kind of cloudy and rainy, and it doesn't, where we're at doesn't snow much. We've had a couple of flurries, but no real snow. It's middle of January right now. When people talk about renewable energies and solar and wind, solar's great until it's not sunny for a week. And wind doesn't work at all if it's not windy, and we don't have hardly any wind here at all. So, yeah, there are certain things that require power, like our cell phones, which we are able to charge off the smaller one. The laptop to do video editing, not so much.
Well, it's an ancient laptop too.
I did get a new battery today that came in, so hopefully that's gonna. It is an ancient laptop, though. You're not wrong. Yeah, so we don't actually, we don't really need power. We use headlamps for light to be able to like read by and write by when it's dark. Oil lamps just to kind of have light in the room. But there are some things that just they need power. So I'm looking forward to getting a real solar system put together, and not our little janky system that we have right now, which I'm very thankful that we have, but it's not enough.
My number 4 is, when integrating into property, make sure you know all your animals you're moving in with. Like the snake in my underwear drawer. And a bobcat.
Bobcat was not in the underwear drawer.
No, he was not in the underwear
Just
drawer.
so-
But the things you find out in the middle of the night is that screaming child is probably not a screaming child, and it's a bobcat. Snakes in the woodpile. We have a bear. We've not actually
Well,
seen
allegedly,
him, but
yeah.
he was on the neighbor's trail cam. But get to know your creatures, all the owls and hawks and
The crows are awesome. The crows chase off the hawk, which is crazy to me because the hawk is like higher up the food chain, and the hawk's just like, I'm not dealing with it. It's and the crows just chase them off. So when we hear the crows making a bunch of noise, we look, we're like, oh, yep, there's the hawk. So thanks, crows. We dig you.
thanks, crows. But yeah, when you're trying to integrate into a property, know what you're integrating into because they lived here first.
So what if you don't have that opportunity though? What if you just like us, we found this place, we just bought it. It's like, this is what we want, we're gonna do it. So
Then you call your brother-in-law, who is very good at hunting and all those outdoor things, and go, hey, so good snake, bad snake, and then send him a picture of the snake that's in your underwear drawer.
who made this poop?
Yeah. We're trying to identify this.
It was Bobcat, by the way.
It was Bobcat.
And the tracks. Number 3, everything takes longer than you thought it was going to take and costs more than you planned. That's been our experience. Maybe some people are better at planning, logistics, and whatever. We've not done a single project where we haven't had at least 2 trips to the hardware store in the midst of when we thought we had everything figured out. It's not like we didn't think we had it figured out. And, yep, that, no bueno, but everything takes longer and costs more. As evidenced by the fact that I expect us to have our house built by August, and it's January, and it looks like a house back behind us, which is actually what the house is gonna look like, but not a house, not yet. It's where we're living right now, but it's not a house. So,
It's a root cellar.
but we did make some changes, and all of that'll
It's
be
quite comfy.
it'll be in the updates and explain why. But yeah, everything takes longer and costs more.
My number 3 is the animals did not watch the videos that you watched or read the books that you did. So when you put 2 bunnies together for a little bunny magic,
Not so much.
not so much. They didn't read those books.
No, it's pretty awkward.
And chickens sometimes behave the way chickens are not really
Boy, for a long time we were just feeding chickens.
freeloaders. But now, eggs are $6 a dozen, and we are getting about 6 a day. Number 2.
All right, number 2. Warm is better than cold. I stand by that. I will die by that statement. Yes, warm is better than cold.
Warm or hot?
Hot is better than cold. I don't care. Cold, no good. Yes, listen. If it's hot, you say, oh, it's too hot. Go down and get in the creek. You're cooled off. Problem solved. That's all it takes. When it's cold, the water freezes, both for us and the chickens.
Oh, yeah.
No shower, because
Frozen.
the water was frozen. I grew up in Michigan, but I left for a reason, and that was part of it. Yeah, warm is better than cold. Hands down, no question.
That was your number 2?
That's my number 2. Yeah, dude, I hate the cold. I really hate the cold.
My number
What do you
two,
mean that was your number 2? You picked your own number 2. That's why we
I
did it like
did.
this. Good.
my number two was everything takes 5 times longer and 7 times more expensive.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, you got specific.
yeah.
It's true. It's 100% true. I don't know about 7 times more expensive, but it's definitely.
Well, after the 87 trips to the hardware store,
Yeah, that's true.
it was expensive.
It's true. Now we're at number 1, right? All right. There are at least 2 ways to do every project. We know this, and I'm using the royal we now. We know this because we do something completely different every single time. So there are at least 2 ways to do every project. If you had half a brain, you'd learn real quickly there's really only one way to do a project.
That is not
But I have
true.
not learned that, and it's like, and it makes sense though, because I mean it's like we're both right because it's the way that we would do it. The problem is it's the complete opposite approach every single time to any. It doesn't matter what it is. It's humor. It's projects. It's what do you want for dinner. It's
everything.
so yeah. There are at least 2 ways to do every single thing.
That's sort of similar what my number one was.
Did I say it nicer than you?
You
Or
might
did
have.
you say it nicer than me?
No. My number one is
My husband's a jerk.
no, I said that nicer. Number one, tell your partner you love them because when you go to bed you might not like them.
Oh.
But that just means
I don't feel that way. I love her all the time.
no you don't.
I do. I absolutely do.
That after a frustrating day of doing projects together,
My fault usually.
always remember that no matter where you are and what you're doing on your homestead, you are both still there for the same reason. And that's because I love you.
Oh, I was hoping that was why. Because we threw everything we have into this, so we don't have another choice. We burnt that ship at the beach.
But I might not like him sometimes. But I do always love you.
I think I'm super likable. I don't know. All right, so there we go. Episode 50 in the bag.
You're mostly likable.
No, I'm not. I'm a giant pain in the neck. So there we are. We're still here. Those are the top 10 things that I think we've learned since we've been here. It's almost. Well, we moved here in June, so it's been a little over 6 months, and we're gonna get back at doing some videos and stuff now. Hopefully, we're getting some infrastructure put together. We're gonna do some flashback videos, I think, of all of the stuff that I've shot that's sitting on hard drives and cameras.
It's going to be a
and
summary.
yeah, we're gonna kind of go back through and do some flashback videos to kind of catch up, and then we'll go from there. So we're still here. Rumors of our demise are greatly exaggerated, and here we are. So, and I'm really ready for it to warm up.
You got a few months.
I know. I don't like it at all. All right, so quit your life. I love you.
Mostly.
Fair enough. All right. Bye. I can totally, if I were to look down, I can see your paper.
Look that way.